Hey, I'm Thomas, and you are watching You Just Got the Boot.
Yes.
Emily!
I know.
Okay, we have a lot to uncover here. This round was one of the craziest rounds I've ever seen on Survivor.
Yeah.
In 90 seconds or less, just sum up what you think just happened.
I think that someone got one of my alliances to flip, and that's how it went. I think I had 3 loyal people on me. I think Emma flipped and chose to get me out. I think Penny and Bryce chose to keep me in. I was supposed to play my idol on Bryce if Alex was going to play it on himself. So Alex didn't, Alex C, because that's what I was told he was going to do, and we agreed to vote for Aaron. So that means one person from our alliance didn't vote for Aaron, and I have a suspicion it was Emma.
Gotcha.
Unless my top 3 betrayed me, which I don't think they did, and I think they're freaking out because they just lost an idol. It's dead. So, and I think I was betrayed by one person, and either 2 people suddenly got smart, or they just got extremely lucky that I did not play the idol on myself.
Right.
But I was not expecting my name to be pulled. I mean, I expected maybe one, probably from like an Alex who doesn't really know what he's doing. So, but yeah, it was surprising, but I'm proud of what I did. I think I'm glad that I'm on jury because I know everything so far. I think. Well, obviously I didn't know everything because I got voted out, but I know the majority, and I know I did a lot of the heavy lifting today, so they're gonna have to face me on jury. I'm not gonna rip into them, but I'm gonna be like, so either y'all are cowards or y'all it didn't go right. So I want to know why.
Yeah. So it sounds like you feel like you were very much a leader in your alliance. Who do you consider to be your final 3?
Bryce and Pity.
Okay.
From the very beginning.
Gotcha. Do you think that they feel the same way?
I think so, because there was 3 votes for Aaron, which I know one was for me, and I think the other was Bryce, and I think the other was Pity.
Okay.
That's what I think happened. I think probably Emma, Mikeland, because Pity said Mikeland wanted me out, but she didn't have the numbers, but I guess she did, and potentially Aaron voted for me.
There's one more.
And then another person that voted for me.
You had 4.
Maybe Emma.
You already said Emma.
Emma, Mikeland, Aaron, and one of the Alexes.
Okay.
And I think there was one vote for Bryce, and that was probably one of the Alexes, because he was under the impression that Bryce was going to be gone. So, very interesting. I'm concerned for Bryce and Pity, because it was hardcore. Like, literally, we had the whole game mapped out. So, either Aaron got smart, or Emma got smart, or Emma, Michaelan, Bryce. No, Emma, Michaelan. Mikeland. Mikeland, Emma. One of the Alexes, and, did I say Emma already? The other Alex.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all jumbled.
It's all jumbled, and my brain is fried because, you know.
Right. Obviously, I can't reveal who actually
yeah. So.
But yeah, it's very sticky. It really did end up very jumbled. I saw a lot of stories like getting twisted, and it was a very complicated round. So I've been trying to relate to the contestants, and I'm just really trying to work on my empathy skills. So I wear glasses, right? And it gives me 20/20 vision when I wear them. So, and 20/20, and hindsight is 20/20 as well. So, what would you change about your game?
I think I would have played my idol sooner.
What round?
This one.
Yeah.
I think I should have played it on myself. If not this one, the one before on me, just to get it out of the way. And then I would have been not as much of a target.
Right. How do you think they were confident enough that they could vote you out even though you had an idol?
I think they thought I was going to play it on Bryce.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I said I was going to do, and I didn't. Because Alex C didn't play his idol.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they were confident because they knew I would protect Bryce.
Gotcha.
So maybe my strategy next time will be to just hold on to my idol and not say what I'm going to do with it to a lot of people. I think that's probably where I went wrong, is too many people knew that I was going to play it on Bryce.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Idols are tricky. You don't know when to play it. You don't want to waste it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And even with an ally, like if you have a final 3 with Bryce and you're hearing his name and he's a vote on your side and you feel connected to him, yeah, it's a good idea. It's totally possible, you know?
Him and Penny were the only people I would have ever played it on.
Right. Very interesting. How do you think the shared immunities and the challenges affected maybe this round specifically, but also the entire game?
It complicated, but it shows you the lines. Like, obviously, Mikeland was working with Zap.
Right.
So I think Zap and Mikeland worked this out because I knew Mikeland was terrified of me and was ready to come at me, because that's the first thing Penny told me. He was like, she's coming after you. He was like, I said I would, but I'm not, and I believe him because I had 3 votes for Aaron.
Right. So eventually it would have boiled down to a final 5, final 6, and this would have inevitably happened, right? So do you think that this was just pushing up this buildup of conflict, or like dissolving of a large group earlier than you felt like it should have?
Yeah, no, I expected this meltdown to happen next round.
Gotcha.
This meltdown threw everybody off because I think someone got nervous. Maybe Aaron, maybe Emma, about where they stood with me, Bryce, and Penny, and were very intimidated. And maybe we made it too obvious that we were top 3. And I think they were trying to just save their butts and just get me out now, which I can respect, but at the same time, who's going to make the decisions now?
I mean, maybe
Like-
them. Maybe them now.
Maybe them, but like it's very interesting. We literally had it mapped out to the final who we were going to eliminate every single round, because that's what we've been doing every single round. There's been like 2 flubbles when people use their, they win immunity, or they choose to save someone that we were going to go for, but I've always been able to get it done.
Do you think Emma and Aaron have seen that and tried to do something now that they had that opportunity?
I think so. Most likely, I feel like. Or maybe they teamed up with Mikeland as well. I mean, them 3. Because that would have been something that I would not expect, and they're going to try to pick off Bryce, Alex, Penny, and Alex.
Yeah. Very tight round.
Yeah.
So as a juror, I'm not asking for names, that's my next question, but like, what do you see in an ideal winner? Like, what are you looking for as a juror? Or do you feel like people's moves against you will affect you? Do you think that you're going to look at big picture game style? Are you looking for someone loyal versus someone that was very strategic and deliberate about their plans? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for someone who knows what they're doing. And for me, that's Bryce and Penny. Anyone else is lucky and they got scared and do a coward play. That's my opinion. But if someone has been planning this from the beginning to get me out at this point and they knew it's going to happen, then I can respect that differently. And I'd be very curious to see how they would do that. But I think this was just a freak melt. Someone freaked and was like, we got to get him out. I think that's what this was.
Well, so you think that strategic gameplay and someone who knows what they are doing, you think that decision needed to be made several rounds ago and for them to have kind of a pecking order?
Yes, because for me, I can respect someone who sees the end of the tunnel, who knows the moves before they even happen, who orchestrates the moves, who floats, but in a strategic way. There's all these honorable ways you can do it. You can float and just no one's talking about you and you're fine. You can be strategic the whole time and be a little bit more aggressive and you're just a baller. Or you can be someone who has been on the sidelines but has orchestrated through other people this entire time. So I very much respect gameplay, and that's where I'm going to hit them hard. I'm going to ask them questions like, so why do you think I should choose you?
Right.
You know, like, what was your biggest move? You know?
Where does adaptability come into play in your brain when choosing a winner? Like, some of the players may have seen like, oh, this alliance of Emily, Bryce, and Pitty is getting strong. They see your strong gameplay. How do you like incorporate like adaptability and seeing like them maybe?
They
choosing to
mastermind
do
the
too?
and get after me. I can respect it. I can. If it was at the cost of a giant alliance, though, then I have issues because then it's more like you're sneaky and you just got scared.
Right.
You weren't planning nothing. You were just afraid. So it really just depends on who's going to be on those top three. And given who's left, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
But my immunity's dead. And so there's 2 other people with immunities, and I feel like the rest of them are going to band together and try to get everybody out with immunities. I mean, that's what I would do. Flush them out.
So who do you see going to the end?
Well, if they can't get rid of their immunities, potentially Aaron or Zap, just because, you know. But I mean, it stops at Final 4, so, you know.
Final 5.
Final 5. And so I think Bryce, Pitty, and either Emma or Mikeland
Gotcha.
as the top 3.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
To wrap this up, I have 5 phrases. You will quickly get the theme. And I want you to tell me which one resonates with you the most and why. Of course, you can choose one of the 5, or you can add your own as long as it fits the theme.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? Boot scoot boogie. I got a snake in my boot. Slay the house down boots. These boots are made for walking. And frick, what's the last one? And the last one is boots from Dora the Explorer.
Okay. I think I have my own. That's
Okay,
funny.
okay.
Shania Twain, whose bed have your boots been under?
Wow. Okay, explain why.
Because I was under the impression that certain people's boots were in certain people's homes, but I think there might have been some sneaking around. I don't think it was necessarily my alliance, but I think it was one of my looser alliances, probably like Emma or Mikeland.
Gotcha.
So, them.
Yeah.
Whose bed have your boots been under?
Whose bed have your boots been under? Well, thank you so much, Emily. You very much impressed me today.
Thank you.
You were a standout for sure. I think personally, why you got out is because you are such a strong player, and if you made it to the end, you had a very strong case of why you should be a winner.
Yeah.
I think you should be very proud of how you performed today.
Yeah.
This is a strong showing for you, so
Thank you.
I'm very impressed.
Yeah, I have no tears or qualms, and out of all the games I've ever played, surprisingly, I thought I would be the worst at Survivor. But I think the team aspect helps me. I think it's my strength, because the social game is just good.
Yeah.
So thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah,
I
wonderful
really enjoyed
job.
it.
We
Yeah.
have one more thing before we close
Okay.
out. Christian, if you could back up. So I'm having each contestant take the floor, and the choreography is very simple.
Okay.
I'm getting everybody to do their best high kick. Just the best they can do, okay? And I need you to say, I just got kick the boot, okay?
Okay, yeah, I'm
The
ready.
stage is yours.
Here we go. All right, rolling. I just got the boot.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. What a blast. This has been awesome, guys.